Let us remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that CM Punk is not the WWE Champion. This past Monday on Raw, CM Punk stole the title from The Rock. Punk cannot get over the fact that he's no longer champion. Listen, he had a great run, but it's over.
Great run? Come on, that was a legendary run. And Paul Heyman, you can make fun of him all you want, but he's one of the greatest managers ever in his own mind.
$15,669 WWE fans on their feet to the Brahma Bull. The People's Champion, the WWE Champion, The Rock.
Oh man, the roar of this crowd is absolutely deafening.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest set for one fall is for the WWE Championship. Introducing first, from Miami, Florida, weighing 265 pounds, he is the current WWE Champion, The Rock. And his opponent being accompanied to the ring by Paul Heyman, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 218 pounds, CM Punk.
An electric big fight feel in the air tonight in New Orleans.
That's right, the city that's hosted Super Bowls and Final Fours. Tonight, New Orleans is the site of the final pay-per-view on the road to WrestleMania.
One thing's for certain, the winner of this match will be the WWE Champion. The challenger is CM Punk. He's won 3 World Championships, 2 WWE Championships, Tag Team titles, the Intercontinental Championship. He's also a 2-time Money in the Bank winner and the 2011 Superstar of the Year.
And of course, across from him is The Rock, an 8-time WWE Champion, 2-time World Champion, 5-time Tag Team Champion, and winner of the 2000 Royal Rumble.
Into the tie-up. Who's going to get the upper hand?
Watch it. Oof, man.
Earlier tonight, we saw Jack Swagger win an Elimination Chamber match for the right to battle World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio at WrestleMania.
You know, Cole, I got to admit, I was a little surprised to see Swagger pull off the win. That match had some amazing star power. Look at this. Daniel Bryan, Mark Henry, Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, Kane. Wow, what a victory for Swagger.
And Jack Swagger has been on an amazing run of late, especially after joining forces with Zeb Coulter. Somebody we all know a thing or two about.
Oh, and he lands that one right to the head. CM Punk feels he's had the WWE Championship stolen from him at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, somebody please explain to me how The Rock stole the WWE title.
Well, according to Punk's line of thinking.
It's a big one, King. Rock the champion, Punk the challenger.
Oh, Punk slides out of the ring to safety.
But remember the stipulations in this matchup. Rock, if he's disqualified or counted out, he'll lose the championship. So no champion's advantage here for The Rock.
Yeah, and I'm sure Paul Heyman is reminding CM Punk of that fact right now.
The winner of this match punches his ticket to the main event at WrestleMania.
Oh, what's Punk doing now? Oh, he just slapped the face of The Rock.
Yeah, smart move by Punk, infuriating The Rock. Remember, Rock blows a gasket here. He gets disqualified. He loses the title.
Yeah, watch out. Rock's going to have to be very careful here.
And senior official Mike Chioda doing a good job trying to keep Rock away from Punk, but he's got to warn him, remind him of that disqualification rule.
The Rock all over CM Punk. And I think Punk realized, well, that didn't work. What's next?
But he may have Rock off his game.
Oh
no, you got to be kidding me.
Oh, you can't blame Rock now.
What a lowlife, and Rock is going to take it out on Punk.
CM Punk spits in the face of The Rock. Well, CM Punk is doing everything in his power to get Rock to lose it, to blow a gasket and get himself disqualified and cost him the title. He slapped The Rock's face and he spit in The Rock's face. He's putting those educated feet to good use. You know, one thing you want to do when you're in an away game,
and they get whipped right into those steel steps. And he's heading back inside the ring. And he's heading back in. Look at the agility. A swift kick.
big right hand right to the chin.
And The Rock makes him pay for all that.
He's having a seriously hard time getting back to his feet after that. Are we about to see the most electrifying move in sports entertainment? Wow, what a move from The Rock. Now that's how you sweep an opponent under the carpet. Last year at this same event, CM Punk successfully defended his WWE Championship against 5 other superstars inside that Elimination Chamber.
And amazingly, CM Punk was one of the first 2 superstars in the Elimination Chamber match that night. He went on to outlast R-Truth, The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Kofi Kingston, and Chris Jericho.
And little did we know the amazing WWE Championship reign CM Punk would go on to have after that match. Remember, that was just 3 months into his historic 14-month reign.
CM Punk has been Paul Heyman's meal ticket for a long time, and Heyman realizing the payday that's going to come at WrestleMania, if Punk could turn things around and pull off the win tonight.
Yeah, and let's not forget that Paul Heyman is also the mastermind behind one of the great brands in sports entertainment history. Extremely crappy wrestling.
It's not like Paul Heyman doesn't bring anything to the table. I mean, come on. He's the only manager to manage 3 straight world champions. At 21 years old, he took the Midnight Express to the top of the tag team mountain. He took Rick Rude to...
Big collision with that restraining wall.
King, you can relate to what CM Punk is going through right now. In 2011, you were in the same spot at the same event, challenging The Miz for the WWE title.
You're right, and I can tell you from experience, there's no more pressure-filled spot than competing for a chance to head into WrestleMania as WWE Champion.
I gotta be honest with you, King. Astonishing maneuver by The Rock.
I don't know how much more damage he can take. He's got him hooked. You know, The Rock has sold over $1 billion. Look at this. Get Paul Heyman out of there.
Here, Heyman chattering and oh! Rock just blasted the official.
And the referee distracted by Heyman and
Go to sleep! GTS! Punk's gonna win it here! But there's no referee! The referee's been knocked down!
what is Punk signaling for now? Heyman rolling around the ring to make better time. Wait a minute! What's Punk gonna do with the title?
What do you think he's gonna do?
He can't walk out of here with that. Oh no, this is gonna be worse. Watch out, Rock!
Oh, he hit Heyman! Punk took out Heyman! The Brahma Bull looking for the rock bottom, but look at Punk go, King. Punk to the elbows, driving Rock to his knees.
Boy, Punk hammering those elbows into the side of the Rock.
Just wearing the Rock out. What a match this has been. Both men physically exhausted.
Is Punk trying to get out of the ring? What's happening here? Punk pulling himself up onto those ropes. No, wait a minute. I think Punk's got something else in mind. Look out!
Oh, and Rock caught Punk! Ah! Rock bottom! Rock bottom! Rock bottom by the Rock! Punk's out! Punk's out!
That has got to be it. Oh, he's in trouble now. Are we going to see it, Cole?
I think so.
That's it. He's done.
He may get the 3 count right here. 3.
He did it! The Rock is going to WrestleMania!
Oh, and what a performance by The Rock, who went into this matchup without a champion's advantage.
CM Punk pulled out all the stops. He used every trick in the book, including Paul Heyman. But The Rock retains the WWE title. The Rock will defend it at WrestleMania.
Oh, man, what an unbelievable stage we have set for WrestleMania.
John Cena indeed is going to main event WrestleMania after winning the Royal Rumble match and choose whether he wants to battle for the WWE or World title.
At WrestleMania 29, I challenge the WWE Champion.
The former WWE Champion.
Yeah, sure, The Rock beat me fair and square. And he beat you fair and square at WrestleMania last year. But when you're talking about wins and losses, you have never beat me. Besides, The Rock versus John Cena is deja vu. I've already seen that television show. It's a rerun. The Rock beats John Cena because you can't get it done. You can't win the big one, John.
You beat me in a match, and I will give you my WrestleMania title shot.
You just made the stupidest decision of your life.
I will beat you, and at WrestleMania, I will beat The Rock, and all of you will know that the champ is here!
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and the winner faces The Rock for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
It's a big fight feel here in Dallas tonight.
And it's all about going to WrestleMania to face The Rock for the WWE Championship in the main event.
It doesn't get any bigger than that, King.
Introducing first, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Earlier tonight, this man CM Punk said that tonight isn't about the WWE Champion, The Rock. He said tonight is not about the people. He said tonight is more important than any one thing because tonight, it's about him.
Yeah, you're right. This one's for all the marbles. Can you imagine what's going through the mind of CM Punk, knowing how big this match is?
From West Newbury, Massachusetts,
I feel
weighing
lucky.
251 pounds,
I feel great.
Cena.
Time to go to work.
So much is at stake here, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this match will go on to WrestleMania on April 7th off-Broadway to take on the WWE Champion, The Rock, in the main event.
Oh, man, look at this. 17,131 WWE fans on their feet right here in Dallas, Texas tonight for John Cena and CM Punk.
John Cena won the opportunity to face The Rock at WrestleMania when he won the Royal Rumble back in January. But Cena gave all that up to prove once and for all that he could beat CM Punk here tonight.
You're right. In his own words, Cena said he wanted to prove he was worthy. But I don't know if that was a wise decision. We'll find out in this match, which has brought on enormous pressure on John Cena.
Not only did Cena give up the opportunity to go to WrestleMania and have this match tonight and have to earn it once again, but as CM Punk pointed out, John Cena has not been able to beat Punk in a big match, and that's a fact. Only 5 other men in the nearly 50-year history of the WWE Championship have held the title longer than CM Punk, who held the gold in the neighborhood of 400 days.
And he still thinks he should be carrying the gold, despite losing to The Rock at the Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber.
King, the 5 men who have held the WWE Championship longer than CM Punk: Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund, Hulk Hogan, and Pedro Morales.
Wow, that's some pretty impressive company for CM Punk. Did you hear how his leg connected? Oh, no. Wait a minute, Cole, what's he going to do here? And there's the reversal from CM Punk. John Cena with a nice reversal. Oh, that scoop slam. Oh.
And I think he's begging him to bring it.
Look how slow he is to recover here. That was some serious punishment.
When one of these men square off against The Rock at WrestleMania, they will be challenging a man who has stood across the ring at WrestleMania against some of the biggest names of all time: Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Big Show, Triple H.
And let's not forget John Cena last year. I wouldn't mind seeing that again. That was amazing. John Cena has everything to lose here tonight, while CM Punk has everything to gain.
And that's why so many people have questioned John Cena's decision to take this match. There's so much on the line for him tonight.
Well, in his words, Cena said the intensity. Yeah, what a move!
You know, King, sometimes in this business we have a tendency to overhype some matches. but there's no way you can overhype what's happening here tonight.
Oh, you're right, Cole. The winner of this match is going to main event WrestleMania. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
CM Punk's hoping it's him, hoping he can beat The Rock for the title the Great One took from him back at the Royal Rumble.
Last Monday night on Raw, The Rock unveiled a new WWE Championship, and in doing so, retired the version John Cena designed 8 years ago.
The Rock did more than retire it, King. He also took some pretty stiff jabs at it on his way out the door, saying the title should never look like a toy and it should never, ever spin.
Well, you would have to think John Cena used those comments as bulletin board material for his match here tonight.
And I'm willing to bet Cena has some thoughts of his own on the Brahma Bull logos The Rock had put on the sides of the new WWE Championship.
Well, we're finding out right now why this has been one of the greatest rivalries in the WWE over the past year and a half.
It all started back in 2011 at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Since that time, CM Punk seems to have had John Cena's number in big matches.
Oh, but that all might change here tonight, Cole.
And the sound of human flesh on the ground echoes around the arena.
I think John Cena's ready to end this. Let's see. You can't see me. Now look at John Cena here. He's ready for the five-knuckle shuffle.
And Punk's in trouble. John Cena has Punk in trouble. AA time. Cena going for the AA on CM Punk.
Oh, wait a minute. Punk fights out of it. He's got Cena up for the GTS. Wait a minute. Reversal. And it looks like, ooh, a power bomb.
Oh, man.
I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to go. Watch this!
And now John Cena scoops the...
Now look at the STF. The STF locked in.
I think Punk is going to have to tap.
It's all about going to WrestleMania. It's all about going to WrestleMania.
Oh, but look at Punk. He's scratching, clawing, pulling himself towards those ropes. He's right there.
And it's going to force the break so close for John Cena.
My gosh, what is it going to take? These two men have hit each other with their best shots. The AA, the go to sleep, but somehow each one of these superstars survived. Cena just looked over here at me and made a motion like, what's it going to take?
Oh! And Punk right to the midsection. And now CM Punk, what? No! Pile driver to Cena.
Oh my God!
Punk's going to WrestleMania. Punk's going to WrestleMania.
That's it. You're right. Punk has done it.
Here's the cover on Cena. Cena kicked down. What? Somehow John Cena kicked down.
I cannot believe it. I've personally beat thousands of opponents with a pile driver. People just don't get up from a pile driver.
And Punk again into the cover on Cena. Looking to put him away and again a kick out.
This is unbelievable.
And again a kick out by Cena.
John Cena will not be denied.
This is absolutely incredible.
Both of these men have to be spent. I know, Cole, I'm spent just watching it.
Me too. This is awesome.
Oh, look at this. John Cena with a hurricanrana. Oh, man.
But Punk back to his feet, but John Cena, AA time, AA to Punk.
That's it, gonna be over.
And will this be it? 2, 3.
Cena did it. Cena's coming home. Cena's going to WrestleMania.
Oh, it's official now. At WrestleMania, it will be The Rock against John Cena for the WWE Championship.
Cena did it! Cena's coming home! Cena's going to WrestleMania!
This would be the final time CM Punk and John Cena would square off in the ring.
An incredible performance by two of the world's greatest athletes here tonight on Monday Night Raw.
Following the loss, CM Punk would set his sights on the imposing, undefeated streak of The Undertaker, ultimately succumbing to the Dead Man at WrestleMania.
Can you say 21 and 0?
The streak lived on.
Cena, meanwhile, would go on to face The Rock in their highly anticipated rematch from the prior year's WrestleMania. Only this time, the champ would emerge victorious.
Cena does it! That's what it's all about. The WWE Championship.
In the end, both John Cena and CM Punk had pushed each other's careers to higher plateaus, their mark on one another undeniable. Two opposites of a spectrum, forced to adapt and evolve in their quest for triumph. The ripples of their explosive conflict, transforming not only themselves, but forever changing the landscape of WWE. A rivalry that defined an era. One which will be long remembered as a true showcase of champions in WWE history.